Fantastic. I'm ready to learn, oh great huntress.
No jokes while we're training or I'll smack you upside the head. Got it? Today I'll teach you how to stay alive a little bit longer. Knowing how to use a medkit, healing salves, and herbs is obviously important, but I won't be talking about that.
What are you going to talk about, Olga?
About resolve, grit, and determination. About having the guts to do what's right, whatever it takes.
I get what you're saying, but what does it have to do with survival skills?
You know the stories about people who achieve seemingly impossible feats in times of crisis? There's this tale about an old woman who somehow lifted a tram because her grandkid was stuck underneath.
I'm sure that's an urban legend.
Even so, with inner discipline and strength of conviction, you can sometimes surprise yourself. Let me ask you something. Are you willing to die for Tatiana?
Without hesitation.
Good. Now what you need to understand is that she doesn't need you to die. She needs you to live. Stay alive, Igor. It's the only way to see this through. Well done, Igor, but don't get cocky. You still need practice, lots of practice.
How are things, Professor Kiminyuk?
Not too bad, Sashko. Not too bad.
I've been thinking about my brother Ruslan recently. He'd make a great addition to our team.
You were both in a street gang, right?
For a while, yes. We ran errands for Yuri Kipish, a dangerous gangster. He was fucking nuts too, of course.
I see.
I know you're trying to be polite, Igor, but there's no way to understand these things unless you've lived through them yourself. I'm talking about ongoing turf wars between every type of gang. Russian, Kyrgyz, Thai, Vietnamese, you name it. Everyone trying to get a piece for themselves.
What about the police?
They stay well away unless they have urgent business there. You know what I mean? Anyway, me and Ruslan were right in the middle of it. Every day, something was going down. You run, you sweat, you fight, you kill, you bleed. You get hooked on the adrenaline, like a drug. Ruslan had a special talent. He could make a person disappear without a trace. That would have come in handy around here on several occasions. We all followed a code, of course. Even wild animals have rules. You're familiar with the Thieves' Code of Conduct?
Where criminals forsake their families and dedicate themselves to crime?
That's right. Ruslan would never hurt anyone who wasn't in his way. But that kind of life takes you dark places no matter what.
You think it took its toll on Ruslan?
Possibly. That's why I have to face him, to find out.
Are you hungry, Igor?
Not at the moment, thanks. Are you making something?
Just kidding. The meat I've stashed away, I would never share it with you. Hell, this meat I wouldn't feed to my worst enemy. Or maybe only to my worst enemy.
What are you on about, Mikhail?
I've spent a lot of time in the zone. Too much time, doing various kinds of deals. Along the way, I learned about what happened in our beloved motherland after the big fucking reactor exploded.
Okay, let's hear it.
After your dumbass scientists caused the explosion and irradiated us and half of Europe, someone told the party apparatchiks they needed to slaughter all the livestock in the area. We're talking 50,000 sheep and cattle.
Of course. It was regrettable, but a reasonable thing to do, Mikhail.
Right. But we wouldn't be Slavs if it wasn't for our fucking ingenuity and business acumen, huh? We always find a way. Hell, not even 100 years of communism could uproot our inbred knack for wheeling and dealing. Anyway, some genius decided it would be a waste to just throw all that meat in an incinerator. The animals were slaughtered, all right, but not destroyed. Instead, their glow-in-the-dark meat was mixed in with the flesh of healthy animals and shipped to Moscow. Cool, huh?
This sounds like the exact opposite of cool, Mikhail.
The glowing sausages left the party officials scared shitless. Their solution was to immediately ship it somewhere else. Georgia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan. But the truth was already out. And nobody wanted this generous gift. So, there was this freaking ghost train rolling through Ukraine and Belarus, from one station to another, filled with radioactive meat that no one dared touch. This toxic meat train cruised the Soviet Empire for 3 years. 3 fucking years! Before the cooling system broke down. At that point, the KGB stepped in and eventually buried the cargo. But I managed to snag a piece for myself, and I'm keeping it. It could be very valuable one day.
Valuable? How?
Not sure yet. It could have sentimental value. Or maybe I could use it to blackmail someone.
You're insane. Please keep your radioactive meat away from our kitchen.
What's up, Dante?
What did you call me?
I was thinking about this book I read once, The Divine Comedy, when it suddenly struck me how much you resemble the main character, Dante.
Yeah?
You know, descending into hell to find his beloved and all that.
I'm impressed, Olivier. I didn't realize you were so well read.
I studied classical literature at the Royal Military College of Canada. And my father was especially keen on Shakespeare. Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war! God, did that get old.
I knew there was more to you than a soldier for hire, Olivier.
I guess I'm full of surprises. Just like you.
Oh, the devils are coming for me. I can see them skulking in the bushes. They sniff me out, the dirty rats. You have to help me, Mousy. I am the only one who can defeat the Rat King. The junkyard in Kopachi. You hold the fate of the world in your hands. Please, hurry.
Why did Tarakan turn to you for help? He's been here a while. Surely he has other people who can do his bidding. He knows more about you and me than he's letting on. Watch out, my love.
Probably more fucking mice. Better check anyways. Stalker spotted! Stop it! Shoot the
That's a lot of blood. NER must have really worked him over. I hope he's still alive.
Keep digging. That was our friend you killed. You can thank your lucky stars we're in a hurry.
Don't rush it. I want to watch him sweat away his last seconds before the bullet. For Misha.
If I'm going to act, it has to be now.
Divine providence guided your hand. I'm too important to be killed by NAR's minions.
We seem destined to keep running into each other, so you might as well come on board.
Your heart is conflicted, Mousy. I'm not sure what to make of you. You helped me, but I cannot forget that you failed the great rat catcher's test.
You got what you wanted, didn't you? I covered your tracks, and the NAR didn't get into your place.
That's true, Mousy. I'll join you, but you're on probation. Make sure that you don't disappoint the great rat catcher again. Or me, for that matter.
I've got some questions for you, and it's very important that you answer as best you can.
I will certainly try, Mousy.
First, how did you get Tatjana's music box?
She came to me. The woman in the red dress.
She came to you? Where? When?
In my dreams. She has haunted my nights for years. She told me where to find it. The music box. She mentioned you, too.
What did she say, exactly?
She advised me that you could be an important instrument in the fight against the Rat King. She also wanted you to see the music box, to convince you that all this is real.
I keep seeing her too. At first I thought it must be my imagination, but...
No, don't say that. She's completely real. Don't doubt it for another moment.
Why was NAR trying to kill you?
Isn't it obvious, Mousy?
Nothing is obvious to me right now.
I'm the only person who stands between humanity and the Rat King. His minions will try to kill me every chance they get.
Okay, why don't you retire the act for a while? Who are you, really?
What act? There is nothing more real than this. Tarakan is more real than you are.
Does your name have some special meaning?
Tarakan means cockroach. And that is what I am. A humble being reborn from the ashes of Chernobyl's destruction. Tiny, but resilient. I used to be a person like you, Mousy. But when divine providence called upon me to face the Rat King, Tarakan was born.
All right. Good talk.
I can hear his voice again, Mousy. He whispers.
The Rat King is talking to you?
I wouldn't call it talking necessarily. It's more like a feeling of impending doom. Terror. It's always there, rustling about in the shadows. I can feel its gaze upon me. Inhuman, infernal. Like something from the void.
Who is the Rat King?
But you ask, what is the Rat King? Its mind is beyond the comprehension of us mortals, Mouse.
But surely I can do something to help.
You are helping, Nancy. Yes, of course you are helping. You are my right hand in the struggle against Rat King's forces. But the final battle will be mine, and mine alone.
Why?
As the poet said, the best laid plans of mice and men often go to shit.
I see. And I'm the mouse in this quote?
Why wouldn't you be, Mousy?
We need to talk, Igor.
I'm all ears.
Got some intel that needs acting on. NAR is preparing a huge shipment of munitions, maybe food as well. We can't let this opportunity go.
Well, you're not wasting any time on that radio, huh? Sure, I'll look into it.
Olivier wants to play soldiers, Igor. For him, everything is war. And the spoils of war. What about you, my darling? What is your mission? The NAR doesn't care about anything or anyone. Deaths are just numbers on a page for that greedy corporate beast. And the beast won't allow you to pull out its teeth so easily.